Hola clase, señora Bertier. Hoy vamos a hablar sobre el tiempo y las estaciones. The weather and the seasons of the year. Before we start the weather, we're going to hit on las estaciones. There are cuatro estaciones in the year. Our first one being la primavera. This is when flowers are blooming, there's lots of rain, and we're in the month of my favorite holiday, my birthday. Next comes el verano. This is when we're out of school, we hit the beach, the sun is out, it's super hot. Our next season is el otoño. This is when the leaves start to change colors, pumpkin spice lattes come out at Starbucks, and we watch lots of football on TV or at the games. And lastly, we have el invierno, which is when snow is falling and we have Christmas and it's really cold. So those are our 4 estaciones of the year. Okay, now we're going to talk about weather. The way we form our sentences to talk about weather is what we're about to see here. Okay. What we're going to do first is we are going to have this word hace. Remember, we don't pronounce the H in Spanish, so it's not going to be hace, it's going to be hace, hace. Okay, so that is the first word you need in order to form a sentence about the weather. So you'll need hace, then you're going to move down and you're going to see buen, lo siento, buen o mal tiempo. Buen is a shorter version of bueno, which means good, and mal means bad. So if you're wanting to say it's good weather today, then you would say hace buen tiempo. If you're wanting to say bad weather, you would say hace mal tiempo. Okay? So that's one option of using hace. Then if you'll look down here, some more words to use with hace. All we would say is hace sol, hace calor, hace frío, hace fresco, and hace viento. And we're going to discuss these in more detail in just a second. Okay. Hace buen tiempo, like we just said, means that it is good weather. So this is when it's sunny outside, it feels nice, or whatever you prefer to be good weather. Hace buen tiempo. Like we said earlier, hace mal tiempo means it's bad weather. The weather is bad. Okay? So it's storming, it's rainy, it's freezing, whatever you consider bad weather. Okay, our first one that I mentioned in the slide a couple slides previous is hace sol. Hace sol means it is sunny. Okay? Hace calor means it is hot. It is hot. Hace frío, you probably already guessed it, it is cold. Okay? Hace fresco, it is fresh outside. Okay, so when you say hace fresco, it's like it's nice and cool outside, feels nice, it's fresh or it's cool. And lastly, hace viento. Okay, and you'll see this picture. It's a man blowing wind. It means it is windy. Okay, so those are 5 expressions that you're going to use a lot when describing the weather. Okay, another way to say, or another way to express weather is using the verb estar, and it looks like está when we're using it to describe weather. Okay, and there's 2 different expressions that I want you guys to know. without using hace for describing weather. The first is está soleado. This also means it is sunny, just a different way of saying it. And the second is está nublado. It is cloudy. Okay? So these are a different way to explain or express weather without using hace. Okay? Another way to express this weather, on the left you'll see llueve. Llueve. Okay, remember you're going to pronounce the double L like a Y. Llueve. This means that it's raining. Then on the right, you'll see nieva, and that means it's snowing. And surprisingly enough, this one word is a full sentence. It is raining and it is snowing. So if you just want to say it's raining, all you have to say is llueve. It's snowing, nieva. Okay. Then down here, you'll see it comes from the verb llover, which we'll describe in detail later. But if you want to just say the rain as a noun, you could say la lluvia. The same thing with nieva. It comes from the verb nevar. And if you want to say the snow as a noun, you would say la nieve. All right, now we're going to talk about what temperature it is. Okay, so if we wanted to discuss temperatures in Celsius or Fahrenheit, this is what question we would use. ¿Qué temperatura hace? So what you're going to do to form this is you're going to use the same word that we've been discussing in detail, hace. Then you're going to insert your number here. Okay, and remember we learned our numbers already, so this should be a review for us. And then we're going to enter the word grados, or degrees. Okay. So if we want to say it is 95 degrees Fahrenheit, we would say hace 95 grados Fahrenheit. Okay, which is usually what it is here, aquí in Louisiana. Okay. Then if we want to say it's really cold, all we're going to do is enter in our number here. Hace 32 grados Fahrenheit. Okay, so all you have to use is hace, el número that you want to use, and grados for degrees. So, here are a few preguntas to ask you guys. ¿Qué tiempo hace en el otoño? If it was me, I would say el tiempo hace fresco en el otoño. ¿Qué tiempo hace en el verano? Usualmente, el tiempo hace mucho calor y hace mucho sol. ¿Qué tiempo hace en el mes de diciembre? What is the weather like in the month de diciembre? Usually, hace mucho frío y sometimes in Louisiana, nieva. Then the last question is asking what the temperature or what the weather is like in Chile. However, you guys may not know this. In Chile, they are below the equator, which means their weather is flip-flopped than ours. So our summer is their winter, and their summer is our winter. Okay? So what do you think the weather would be like in Chile in the month of October? Okay, that's the end of our video for today. I hope that you guys learned a lot about el tiempo y las estaciones, and I will see you in class. Adios.